I feel like there needs to be or the other answer to that is you need to have some very visible audio, some kind of cue to tell you, hey, your commander is on the enemy ship. The fact that it was a little tiny purple projectile that came from the side that was covered up when I was hovering over a crew to see what their health was. It was like this little tiny thing, and then he was gone. You need, if something is going to end your run, you need a beep, 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 or something that your commander is on the enemy ship. You need some visual or auditory clue to say, by the way, if you kill the ship right now, your run is over. And that doesn't exist, and that's... Oh, that's frickin' frustrating, man. Alright, I guess I'm playing this stupid ship again. Oh, man, that is really frustrating. Or maybe auto pause or something? Yeah. Maybe not if you board purposefully. I don't know if they have the tech for this, where if it's... My main issue with that is the fact that I didn't choose to board and kill my crew. That was a projectile fired by an enemy ability that abducted my crew as I was killing the ship. There does need to be an auto pause if they abduct your commander. To be honest, you just not give the enemies weapons that can kidnap. If you really want to keep commander's death the end of the run. Or something like commanders are immune to being abducted. Just make commanders immune to be abducted and you don't have that. Surely that's something that they can add. I beat you to it? Yeah. Like, literally, that right there, that situation makes me not want to play this game, because that is such a bad outcome that the player has no control over. Like, I couldn't have dodged that projectile even if I knew it was coming, because I had the commander that can't move. I would have had to have dodged it by my movement ability not being on cooldown and then moved him. I don't know. I think that's a bad design choice and they need to change it. Maybe check mods of the game. I don't know. I haven't looked into modding the game. I wasn't planning on modding the game, but maybe if I need to mod it just to give commanders immunity, I'd maybe look it up. Do enemy ships have commanders? No. No, they don't. Reactivate armament production. So I can spend 10 munitions to get a free weapon, I think. Okay, so I have to spend 90 to get a weapon online. The counterplay is play another run. The counterplay is I quit this game. I haven't felt like I wanted to quit this game until that moment right there. Them abducting my crew as I'm killing the enemy and ending my run is a dumb mechanic that shouldn't exist. And there should be something in place to avoid that. Whether it's make your commander immune to abducting, some ginormous visual cue to say, hey, your commander's on the enemy ship. Something. Let me try this one. Okay. That just really should not exist in the current form. Because that is absolutely brutal punishment. Ultimate counterplay, delete system 32. Okay. I know I rage a lot about stuff, but my god, that was... I can't change that. That was... that is so freaking debilitatingly punishing. Alright, that gets into my shields with my power. When they would be abducted, they are stunned for a good amount of time. That would be the trade-off. The trade-off for that immunity could be a stun effect. When they would be abducted, they're stunned. Oh, sure. Sure. If the abductability hits the commander, if instead of being abducted they're just stunned, I'd be fine with that. Still be punishing, but it wouldn't be run-endingly punishing. Run-endingly punishing is, in my opinion, a bad game design choice. I don't think the game should be that punishing. Or maybe don't make abduction abilities possible for enemy crew until higher difficulty levels when the player is better at recognizing those situations or something. Because I mean, I watched that situation. It was literally my only cue that I could have noticed that I didn't even notice during the thing was a tiny purple projectile coming in from the left as my last shot was in the air. That's just... I can't fathom. Cannot fathom. That's all I got. I can't fathom. That's dumb. I don't like it. I think it's a bad choice and it needs to be changed. Where's my feedback? Press F12 for feedback. That's my feedback. You need to give commanders abduction immunity. I just need to get good. Sure. Yeah, maybe that's the thing. I'd be interested because I get a lot of YouTube comments from people who I think have more hours in the game and they tell me the things I'm doing wrong. I'm curious what their thought is on that interaction, because that doesn't feel good. That doesn't feel like a good challenge. That feels like you have to have hundreds of hours in the game to recognize little tiny interactions like a purple projectile might just be coming for your commander. My feedback is hell nah. Yeah, that is my feedback. My feedback is hell nah. That shouldn't exist. Injured. I actually wouldn't prefer that the commander is immune to abduction. I would actually prefer that the run just doesn't end when your commander dies. Like, sure, they abduct you and kill you, unlucky, sucks, but your run's not over. You just have to play the run without the commander. I don't understand why the commander dying means run ending. I think the lore reason is that the commander is you or something, but I think that's dumb. I am not the commander. I am the guy controlling. I am the computer in the spaceship telling people where to go or something. I don't think a lore reason is why your run just ended is a good reason for your run to have just ended. Alright, I'll try to stop talking crap about it, but my god, to have a run, an hour and a half of effort erased because of a mechanic I think shouldn't exist is really frustrating. Is there a new place to buy systems in this system? Looks like there's no place to buy systems in this system. Sector, I guess, is what it's called. It's crazy. I have a weapon before I have a weapon system this time. Okay, he can't damage me, except that he probably can, because he probably has some crew that I can't see with an ability that's going to abduct me and force me to kill my ship. Not that I'm bitter or anything. Totally not bitter, chat. Okay. One more shot should kill him. $20 scrap? No. I'm literally just use the missile to kill you. Please give me more than 20 scrap. $30 139. Beautiful. Almost double the scrap. Awesome. Okay, alright, so we're going into Abstract Wound, which is we're fighting a demon guy. Thinking about doing an engine upgrade, but kind of want to save my scrap. Save my scrap. But yeah, Emma Fortos, what's interesting about your question about do enemy ships have commanders that you can abduct, kill, and win the run? In this game, no. In Trigon, that existed, and I thought that was actually one of the worst parts of the game because it kind of trivialized the run. Because the fact that you could kill the commander in Trigon on every single fight meant you could actually get a teleporter system, mind control the commander on every fight, teleport him to your teleporter room where you have 4 really OP anti-boarders, insta-kill the commander and win every single fight, like super fast. It kind of trivialized the entire combat system. So it's good that they don't have that, but I think it's bad that they left it in for your pilot, for your own commander dying, so. Okay, he should not be able to kill us, I don't think. And that's the reason right there. That's the reason why it's good that it doesn't exist, that you can insta-kill the enemy pilot and win the run every time, because it trivializes it. And you want there to be challenge to the game, but you don't want the challenge to be notice one tiny projectile coming for your commander or else you lose the entire run. Because it's not a reasonable expectation, I feel like, for the player to play around. Scrap. No, increased game difficulty. You're already one-shotting me with bull shenanigans. Bull hockey shenanigans. Alright, 2 projectiles that do no damage. Trigon, Trigon. That was probably the last game that was the most FTL clone. It's basically FTL in 3D with way worse systems. Way less variety. I think Trigon was probably the best looking, but worst mechanical FTL clone that I played. Because the graphics are actually pretty nice with the 3D setting. There were some pretty nice visuals in the game. Some of the weapons looked pretty cool. So I actually thought the game wasn't bad, except for a lot of the mechanics were kind of borked. The main one being you can abduct their pilot and just win every single fight. It was super busted. I don't know if they changed that. I haven't played it since, I think, the 1.0 release a couple years ago when I played it. Alright, let's see here. I need systems. Wow. End of Sector 2 is my first opportunity to find a weapon system. Guess I'll go to that weapons dealer that I... Oh, wait. No, here's one. Okay, I almost missed this one. There we go. Okay, good. Shortest trip to Earth was probably the other... I'm going to keep saying this, but it's probably a little disingenuous. Shortest trip to Earth was probably the other FTL clone that I played that had the most interesting, different take on combat. So... had an interesting like grid system that you move your ships around and you can summon ships, and it has a very different strategy to it. I still call it an FTL clone because it's a space roguelike with meta progression. It has all the same taglines or buzzwords that FTL kind of created. Dungeon crawler. Armor or weapons? I don't know what an armor transport would have. Maybe I should have gotten for weapons, but I don't have a weapon system yet. Keep boarding on my damn husk, dude. See there, they just stunned the pilot. That's what abduction on a pilot should do. Stun, not abduct. Kind of like Shortest Trip to Earth, but there's a fair bit going on. Yeah. I think I like this more than Shortest Trip to Earth because I like the strategy of FTL, which this captures, more than I enjoyed the strategy of Shortest Trip to Earth. And until now, I would have said, hands down, I think Void War is my favorite FTL clone. But I'm stepping back a little bit after that insta-death from Commander loss. Stepping back just a little bit because that is, ugh. Ugh. That's gonna bug me for a while until I figure out a way to reliably avoid that or get a mod that removes that from the game. That's, ugh, leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Shortest Trip to Earth. Is that really what the, I don't remember the graphics looking like that at all. Is that like a fan picture with a guy on fire and a knife in his head? Because I don't remember any of the graphics looking like that. Alright, system. There's weapons bay. Okay, good. Bunker drills. Vulnerable while attacking doors. Plus 3 DPS when fighting in a vacuum. Oh, that's cool. You have people immune to vacuum and then a breach bomb, that'd be pretty awesome. Evasion while your sensor status is active. They lose evasion while your sensor status is active. Interesting. Alright, well, I'm definitely buying weapons. I'm gonna put weapons. This is a 1-power weapon. Interesting. I just realized this is the first ship that I've seen that only has 3 weapon slots, and is it because it has double missiles? So maybe I can't get triple, quadruple, quintuple missiles like I was thinking about doing. This is the one that creates the warp breaches. That is a very strong weapon, actually. We've used that once before. You assume that's just a meme picture? Yes, you can put systems in any empty room, which is a really cool feature of this game. Shows how little you've watched. Yeah, it's very cool. It's quite interesting. One of the many good things that are in this game, like all the crew stuff, except for your commander time, ending the run. But yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff in this game. Get breached, bro. How many times can I do that? I can do that twice. Oh, they repaired super fast. Super hot. Super hot. You are a busy pie. You are a busy pie. Having a son will do that to you. Not that I know from experience or anything. This guy had a lot of health. He's using almost all of my missiles. We're having the Rock A problem right now. I'm running out of offense. Currently he did heavy disruptor to my shields. Please don't beat me. Good. I did spend 10 munitions to get a weapon. A random weapon, no less, but still. The Rock A problem. One of my least favorite things I have to deal with. I won't be able to get down here where I could buy munitions, sadly. I guess I can get 10 free munitions at the safety rest point, actually, which could be very helpful. Wonder if I could, like... I'm gonna say board, but... 1, 2... He has 4 crew with 60 health. I do have 50% suffocation resistance. Maybe I can... Let's try something. I'm gonna warp lance a room and then board in that suffocating room to keep them from repairing it. And see... if I can get guys spawning to help me do this. He's not even winning this fight. Yeah, this is why I don't really want to board. Unless we have a better setup. My one guy's probably not going to be enough to actually crew kill them all. Although he is kind of winning. Yeah. It's my commander. If he dies, the run ends, so... Not that I'm salty about that or anything. Huh. It seems like if a system burns down, do they not take hull damage? I don't know. But you do hull damage if you hit a system to system death. I don't know, there's still a lot of mechanics I'm still not 100% on. Immunity to suffocation, okay. Sure, we're already resistant to it. Let's make ourselves immune to it. Although I don't have the plus... No, I do still have plus HP, so... Alright, nobody else has an armor slot, though. Wow, 2 armor slots to start. Oh, I guess when I got armor instead of a weapon earlier, that's what we got, an actual equipment piece of gear that was armor. And I wonder if I had done a weapon if it had been equipment that was a weapon. I guess that's why they call ship weapons armaments, to differentiate them from crew weapons, which are weapons. Which is really confusing, because this game is a clone of FTL, where weapons are called weapons for your ship. Ugh. Ugh. That might be the second most frustrating thing about this game, is all the little similarities that are just slightly different from FTL, and so it's confusing, the wording, if you play a lot of FTL. I don't know. Stop them. We have fires. Rand, why you complain so much? Well, I don't know. Because I want to like this game, but there's just little things. There's just these little things. Oh, he's immune to venting. I could have moved him in there quicker, actually. Nine health. I actually think I could just win this if I use this teleporter guy. Not chance my guy. Okay. 69 scrap, the best amount of scrap. How many missiles do I have? 10. Alright, so we're definitely getting munitions here. We get 8 munitions back, okay. Yeah, I should try to warp lance plus board crew kill on ships that have lower crew numbers to maybe conserve some missiles here. 325 health crew. Yeah, this is a perfect fight to do that on. Q, W. Nice. Of course, I can only do that like once every couple of fights with the whole no heal bay thing. Maybe I go check for some crew up here? Maybe. What's up, Zach Dog? Looking loyal to the Blood God today? Well, I'm actually pretty salty because I just lost a run to a mechanic that I find, for the first time I've said in this game, poorly designed, that I wish they'd change. Ooh, another guy can board, though. So I could board with my husk, which sounds like a terrible idea, but I can three-person board now if I want to. I should have, honestly, I should have highlighted that so I can like reference it. This is, how do I like Void War? I like everything except this mechanic, and it's the one where your commander dying ends the run, because our commander got abducted as I was killing an enemy, and that killed the ship, killed my commander, ended the run, and I didn't even see it happening. It was ridiculous. Psychomancy with crew. Yeah, the clip was from about like 30 minutes ago. It's from the end of the previous run, and I watched the VOD at the end of it, so if you want to go and find it, you can. I might clip it myself after the stream if nobody else did or does. Or shield. Fire projectile, an extra slot. Wow, look at this guy. He's got, wow, he's really expensive, but he's got 2 psyker slots, weapon, armor. Wow, that guy's really good if I want to do boarding. Sun's enemy crew. Only one hated mechanic must be much kinder to the player than FTL. I'm trying to think if there's any mechanic that I think should be removed in FTL. Maybe Sector 1 shield hack event, but that's not really a mechanic. It's just a random event. And I'm not sure if I want to spend the scrap for crew. I think I might just get the cheapest crew that they have. I can actually put this armor on him. But even so, that's... I mean, that's pretty good. He's got the projectile protection thing. Alright, I guess I'll buy that guy. Give him this. Projectile protection. So if I were to put him, say, right here, this could protect most of my offense. I have him use his ability. Yeah, it's pretty good. Although there was a second mechanic that I don't know that should be removed that I saw today. That was an interaction between beams and this force shield that I feel like, I don't know that it needs to be removed, but I think the description needs to be updated or checked for a bug, because something happened that I feel like was not supposed to happen or is not fit what the game described should happen. What's up, Penguin? This has been a stream of things that I think need to be fixed, changed, or removed. Let me hit the sensor so I can see if I want to board here. 40 health guy. 25 health guy, okay. If I board in here with him, he's immune to suffocation. Well, these guys are not, but I am 2v1ing in that room. Oh my god, how many projectiles does this guy have? He has a retributor. Damn it, I didn't notice that as I was boarding. Kill his crew, please. I want to not use a missile if I can help it. Can't control you guys. Oh, Hungerer must... I was going to say he must prioritize going to attack crew, but it doesn't say anything about that. Because he did go attack that guy. But maybe Hungerer's hunger for flesh. I can go after crew. Or something, I don't know. Don't beep beep, it's fake crew. Empty jump is empty. War Cult Forge Enclave. The Techno Cult. So that's like the NG and robot dudes, I think. War Cult is... War Cult is War Cult. I forget what they look like. I think I'm gonna go Forge Enclave here. Need to find a store with more weapons or something, I think. We're living with our missiles, but I do need to remember I have an abduction bomb if I want to use that too. There's a charge time on that, 10 seconds. I could... I mean, again, this is using missiles that I'm trying to conserve, but we have the option to do that instead of board if I want to. So I have to consider that. Armaments, yes please. War Cult would be the Mantis sector. Alright. Flux Priest is a Zoltan. This guy is all Flux Priests. It's all exploding Zoltans. We definitely don't want to board exploding Zoltans. What are his weapons? Beam, Thunder Cannon, Magnetic Pulse. Triple breaches. Trying to do this just to delay so that crew spawn. That's why I'm doing that. Although they probably repair pretty fast, so that may not get crew spawn anyway going for that, sadly. Kill his shields, maybe the asteroid can help me kill him. Pretty quickly. Is there no cooldown on this ability? No, it's 14 seconds, okay. Asteroid hit him once. One more missile will do it. Good. The clips are too far apart and too long. You had to do 2 clips. It would require a tiny bit of editing to combine them. It's mainly... Okay, well, thank you. I don't know that I'm going to have time to, like... Thank you for putting those together. To do anything with those today, unless I end the stream early, because I have training tonight. But thank you for clipping those. I appreciate it. Holy Storm Cannon 3. Yes, please. I was going to buy a weapon. But just give me one. Even better. Alright, now I do need to upgrade my weapons to be able to use it, which I can do. Before I do that, am I going to the store? Yeah, we'll still check here. You're just glad to see what you missed earlier? Yeah. I'm not a fan of that mechanic. All right, can I sell these? I can. Should I or no? One shot, one power, energy lance, 4 charges. I could get that, and that would be 2 power lance build. Or I could just get the storm cannon online. Immunity suffocation, weapons, okay. So I could depower these if I do bam bam. Actually, what I can do is I can get 1 warp lance shot off and then immediately swap to the storm cannon. Storm 3. That's what I should do. I could hit his weapons, buy myself time, undodgeable shots, and then a storm thing will fire. The pre-ignited version, pre-ignited aspect of the lance is pretty insane. Does have 2 shields though. Oh, nice. Dude spawn, that's awesome for us. Okay. Alright, let's get some power. Have our warp lance online, and once the warp lance is shot at shots, we can swap to the saber missile. This looks so much like FTL. Yes, it does, Turbojet. That's why I call this and other games like it an FTL clone. Although this is probably the most clone-like of FTL apart from Trigon, probably. And I know I keep saying the same things over and over, but we keep having people join us who are seeing this game for the first time, I think. You want to go get the husk, another husk? I think I just need scrap if I can find it. Attack the Blood Cult warship. Blood for the Blood God. 2 shots and a beam, 2 ion shots. Finally, I can 1v1 in this room. This should buy enough time for a crew to spawn, hopefully. If you didn't know any better, you'd have assumed there's an FTL mod. Yeah, we've had a lot of people actually say that, or ask, is this an FTL mod? And no. For the first time ever, when people have asked me a lot, no, it's actually not an FTL mod. This is literally a new game. Enemy DPS cannot exceed 2, plus 10 HP, at minus 25% move speed. Like the immune to suffocation on that, so... Oh, it's a tool, not a weapon. Ooh. Ooh, that is really good. Not you. Oh, it is this guy. Okay. But I thought I made you immune to suffocation. No wonder I haven't been winning these fights as hard as I thought I should have been. I've had the wrong guy with immunity to suffocation the whole time. Stupid me. You're supposed to be immune to suffocation. No wonder he's been taking more damage than I thought he should have for being immune to suffocation, because he wasn't immune to suffocation. What is a Chaos Berserker's favorite breakfast? Crone flakes. Corn flakes. Okay, well, you messed up your pun by misspelling, and it was a pun from Warhammer 40k, so I didn't quite get it. How well do I think my FTL skill translates to this game? Pretty well. But one of the best parts about this game is the fact that it's got so many different new crew abilities and stuff going on. So I've been getting pretty consistent wins, but I have had a couple losses from your commander dying, which is a mechanic I do not like. I'm trying to not harp on this anymore since I've been whining about it a bunch. Oh, wow, did we just crew kill this? 1 health, huh? Let's finish him with this guy. Perfect. Servo Husk or Flare Missile? Let's go with the Servo Husk. And you can be sensors and weapons. I think I would like to look for systems. Let's go over there. You like in Void War that it has so many great new crew abilities, like abducting commander 0.01 seconds before ship destruction. Rand 2025. True. Armaments, I think, is a free weapon. I think, potentially. Storm Cannon 2. What's following you in this game? Nothing. The fleet pursuit does not exist in this game. Rather, you just go. You can't backtrack, I guess, is the better way of saying it. There's no backtracking. There's just, you don't have that many choices of where you can go, kind of thing. Yeah, these guys were repaired super fast. I've not been using one of the projectiles I have access to as well. Yeah, these priests, do they have faster repair speed? They don't, at least. The NG does. At least he's not repairing with the NG, thankfully. Alright, what do we get? 2 shots for 2 power. That only does crew damage. Okay. Alright, my engines are not working because they were ioned, I guess. But yeah, there's nothing following you. You just don't, you're not allowed to backtrack. You just make a choice. So they simplified the fleet pursuit stuff. That to me is kind of a whatever change. Doesn't seem like that makes a big, huge difference, negative or positive, in my opinion. It's just a different way of doing progression through the game. Don't see it as a huge negative or positive. Alright, a weapon upgrade will let me swamp to radium after warp lance shoots its shot. Going all in on the offense. You know what? I really shouldn't have done that upgrade. There's a store right here. So now I'm gonna not go to the store because I don't have enough scrap for it. Bit of a misplay there, but you know. I did basically get a free weapon, so instead of going to a store to look at weapons, I just got one for free, so that's fine. I feel like a ship with no crew is especially susceptible to warp lance. Unless it can repair breaches really fast. It should just be basically free crew to break their systems, I think. Whoops. So this thing only does crew damage, so I should use it to break shields, I guess. It's time for you to go to bed. Have a good night. All right, well, thanks for stopping by, Turbo. I hope you have a great night's sleep. The game is called High Fleet. Meow. I have it saved over here to look at after the stream if I have time. High Fleet was the name of it. High Fleet. I have the link here, I guess. Structures, investigates. If I hand over the prism, I think I got a really good reward, didn't I? Oh, maybe refusing was the one that gave me a crazy good reward. Yeah, either way. I'm going crazy looking for it. There you go. You know, he dies to a couple warp lances? No. 2 warp lances and a missile will kill him, though. See if he dies to the storm. So I don't need to use a missile. He should, I think. Nice. Okay. Alright, what is my next goal? Is a weapon upgrade? Is it powers that both my missiles available? I think I'm going to not do major threat because that last major threat almost killed me, and then I died to a not major threat and stupid mechanics. So let's go ahead and do power for weapon. And then another power. Probably should get 3rd shield soon. Okay. Modules. Systems. Okay, this is the main store I want to go to. I think I avoid all stores looking for scrap until that store at the end where I can get a bunch of scrap and hopefully buy some modules. You send me DPS by 1, plus 25% move speed, minus 5 HP. Do I even have tool slot, and would I want to use it? I don't think I want... Well, okay, you have... That seems really bad, honestly. Minus a loss of max HP for minus 1 enemy DPS. You would need to have a really high... I guess that's really good if you have a really high health dude. Is this the one that's weapons or... No, okay. Oh, okay, we got our thing already. That we need a delay on that pop-up thing too. Because I've hit 1 so fast to aim my weapon that I didn't see what we picked up. I frickin' hate missiles. Can't run away, you're dead, sir. Carbine or another crew. Carbine and 8 scrap. Do I have a weapon slot? I have like 3 weapon slots. Kills deal 1 ion damage to nearby enemy systems. We're not really boarding. I'll take that because it also includes scrap, I guess. The crew might have been better there, to be honest, but... Who's gonna be fighting in large rooms? Probably Chet. Okay. 173 scrap. I was planning on skipping stores for a while, so let's go ahead and get third shield. There we go. Next is probably a weapon upgrade. Or saving for this store where I'm hoping to get systems, mainly the ship bombardment, whatever it's called. That's a mind control projectile. I wonder if I could dodge it. No. Hey, actually, crew damage might do something here. Nice! Woo! 30 crew damage per shot. That's actually a lot of crew damage. I didn't think about... I should have thought about using that for a crew kill. Gonna use it to break shields, but... Is this not gonna wear off? Oh my god, that did damage. Stupid. Apparently, when the ship dies, that does not stop the mind control. Apparently. Unlike FTL. Okay, how far away to where I want to go? Not too far, so I'm going to go ahead and do... Okay, if I just do one weapon upgrade, I can have all these online. And now we'll save for the store and hope we can get something good. Give me something good. Remind me after this run, ZachDog says, you've been editing shorts for your church. You tried your hand at editing those two clips together as well as adding some red circles on the tiny projectile for visibility. Oh, wow. You really must not be doing anything at work if you got time to do that. Are you going to share it? Is that what you're going to do? Because that's like way more work than I needed you to do. Although I appreciate it. Because I did not time those out correctly. Ooh, triple kill! 46 health still on that guy, so I doubt I'll actually crew kill him. But... Oh, he also has the husk thing, which makes it almost impossible to actually crew kill. You'll link it after the run. It took like 10 minutes. You've gotten pretty good at editing. You're a little frustrated at your job for not promoting you, so you're not exactly pushing above and beyond right now. Yeah, I can understand. You feel slighted, so it's like, if I'm gonna be passed over promotion, why am I even trying? I can understand that for sure. I feel like that when streaming sometimes, when I'm like, why do I even try when I, you know, can't even pay rent with all of the hours I put into streaming. That's why I've been looking at other things. I've just been frustrated. So I feel your frustration, sir. I feel your frustration. Alright, what do we have here? Do I do the repair? Fuel I don't care about. Munitions. Go ahead and just get an extra crew. I think we have one more system we can man. Doors over here. How long have you been at your job, Zach? Been at least a few years, right? Hopefully we can make enough money that enough scrap that we can afford a system at this store. Alright, he has a Shiv missile, storm cannon, ion tunneler. He has some really good weapons. Let's hopefully get those offline. But this guy has suffocation weakness. This guy has suffocation immune. There are a couple of suffocation immune guys here. Nice. Pick up the crew spawn. Woo! Quadra kill! Get blasted. Thank you for the 19 months of subbage. Rotten luck, I appreciate that very much. Okay. So I can fight him. I am suffocation immune. Of course, I just took a missile right as I left, which is maybe not ideal. That should end the fight, though. Very nice. Okay. Alright, saving scrap for the store. The ship does look pretty cool. It's like what does this look like? I feel like there's some sci-fi show that's got a chassis or a main body with like fast vibrating dragonfly looking wings. Is maybe like Dune or something. System the raid. Another radium blaster too, huh? It's kind of what these little wing things remind me of. Okay. What weapons you got? 3 shots. 3 shots, okay. I think that bought us the time for things to spawn. Very good. Should be the crew kill. Very nice. Somebody else get immunity to suffocation, 25 scrap, or a neuralizer. What is this? This is a beam, charges in 18 seconds. Inflicts 5 HP damage and stuns crew and room hit for 8 seconds. Interesting. Let's go for the scrap. We're going to a store, so... although I don't know if the beam was worth more than 25 scrap we got, but either way. So this is a tool. Okay, so Lambda, you're going to be immune to suffocation. Which one's Lambda? Lambda is the guy there. Okay. All right, what you got? What you got this store? Weapons. 1 power for 3 projectiles. Creates fire. So it's like a fire flak that does no hull damage. Interesting. Radium Blaster 2, which I have 2 of those already. Okay. Retributor 1 is this 1 power for 1 shot. Okay, what do we got here? Ah, we got the Siege Bombard. That's the main thing I was looking for, actually. And I really liked this God King's Mantle last time until we insta-died. Let's get those 2. Alright, do I want to replace the Warp Lance with a Radium Blast? I feel like I'd want something better than that if I'm going to place it. Sell that, I don't think I'm going to use it. Okay. And Siege Bombard, I'm going to buy power so we have the option to use it if we need to. I should upgrade my sensors so that our inertial probe is always on. Okay. We probably have everything we need to beat the boss now, I think. So just upgrading is probably our main goal now. Four shots. I am liking crew killing a bit with this radium. It's kind of nice. Makes it a lot harder for them to repair if they literally have no crew. This radium is pretty interesting. Only problem is they just keep spawning more crew here. I will say slow projectiles are definitely hard to crew kill with, though. Why the hell did their shields recharge so fast? Oh, look at that! If they're dead while it's still spawning, it actually does count as a crew kill. Cool. Alright. Okay, what do we got here? Approach the Stargate. One more sector before exit, or boss fight sector. Imperial sector. I'm just avoiding exclusion zones. Because ain't nobody got time for that. What other systems would be useful? A heal bay would be nice. Probably other good weapons, so I'd probably check those two stores. What I care about Nexus of Influence. That would be a free repair, actually. Yeah, so yeah, I should go there. It's an Imperial Shrine, which I think that's what I saw it is. Plus 1 DPS and plus 1 DPS in large rooms, and kills explode, dealing 10 damage to enemies. That's badass. Wow, I'd never gotten a grenade launcher before. Man, I wish I had that on one of my boarding ships. What's up, Nietzsche? Happy Thursday to you. Alright, beautiful hull repair for free. I should probably just sell the abduction missile template we have. Fetid rags, immune to poison and poison DPS +2. Alright. Is that armor or tool? I don't have an armor slot for that. Okay. Yeah, I would love a heal day. Finish out my subsystems. We did not get one, but there's a shield thing. Blood Thralls, slow crew, Fury Missile. This one that fires really fast. Alright, I'm gonna sell the displacement bomb. I don't think I'm ever gonna use that. Hull repairs could be very nice. Let's go ahead and get the shield charger. Right next to shields. And one hull repair thingy. Maybe two. Alright, somebody that's not super low on health gets to hold on to this. Well, crap, we only have 15 health dudes with tool slots. Alright, don't die, sir. You're holding my repairs. Don't die. There's no reason to go to safe spots anymore. Kill your artillery. That is a Storm Cannon 3. Hopefully we can get that offline. You know what? When it fires, I can use my shield recharging thing. We're fine, probably. Nice. Good counter there, good counter. Beautiful. Ah, crap. Demons are coming. Let's kill their shields, I guess. Wish my crew would go attack the shields. That would help me out. Beautiful. Okay. Poison, go away. Thank you. Do I need to rest? Do I need extra crew? Meh. That's what I have to say about that. Meh. Let's save up for modules or a weapon upgrade. I like the warp lance, but if I found something better, like the burst laser 2, storm 2, or something, I'd definitely take it to upgrade. I didn't think this could be dodged. I think that's the first time I've seen my warp lance dodged. Okay. Fusillade is 7 shots. I don't know how well the shield charger will work against them all hitting at the same time. Only 7 compared to my 22. Really? He only has 3 shots. Ah, fucking siege bombard. Jesus Christ. It's a terrible surrender. Refuse. I just sold one of those. Alright, please give me a bunch of scrap. Thank you. 68 scrap. Very nice. Wow, wow. All these weird sounds of this game. Wow, wow, wow. You just finished a Banished Lazarus League run? Who knew that 6 meat hooks with multi-strike and Titanite would be a good team composition? I did. Although 6? What did you do? Like, just copy him over and over? Sounds pretty awesome. Multi-strike Titanite. That's the one that Meat Hook pulls the guy to the front and does something to them, right? What is that? What does Meat Hook do again? Heavy Disruptor Missile. Okay, he's got a decent amount of shots here. Although I will say I haven't used Meat Hook as much as I probably should have. I think he's a pretty awesome unit that I haven't used enough. I should try to take out some shields here. Okay. Husk is not really set up to fight those guys well. Wow, I just have 0 fucking dodges apparently. Thanks, FTL. I mean Void War. Alright, so am I choosing machine cannon? That's a cool weapon if I was boarding. Another immune to suffocation or munitions and scrap. I would like all of my crew to be immune to suffocation. That'd be cool. I'm pretty sure I have a slot for that. I think I have a husk that can use it. Yeah. You're playing with Baron Grail. Do I remember who Baron Grail is? Is he the guy? He's the guy with the weapons that if you keep pooping with weapons over and over, he gets buffs, I guess. It's Pole and Daze application. Ah, you had one and you did the mirror, the 5x mirror event. Flying bosses were basically getting dazed. Multiple days per turn. Turns out that's pretty strong. Yeah, making enemy bosses never able to attack sounds really strong. Definitely sounds very strong. Gladius missile. Okay. Oh, B is apparently this. I pressed B for backup battery that doesn't exist. I just learned what B does. Alright, oopsie. Well, now I know. Alright, I could be using my Siege Bombard. Kind of choosing not to conserve my munitions. Okay. It's fewer munitions, just use a missile here and there, I think. Okay. Jesus. Holy crap. That guy just summoned literally 5 mobs with a single ability, I think. Balanced, I guess. Jesus, they killed him so fucking fast, I couldn't even counter it. Oh, God, I think some of the enemies in this game are too overpowered. How did he summon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ghouls with a single ability? Can anybody tell me how he did that? Greater Necromancer. Ability summons 5 ghouls in target room. Jesus Christ, there's so much shit in this game that I don't understand. You're gonna run after summoning 5 fucking ghouls on my head. Piece of shit you are. Five effing ghouls from a single ability. Did so much DPS I couldn't run out of the room before it killed me. Unbelievable. Literally could not move, get out of the room fast enough to not die. Okay, happy Free Borders Day. You can use your computer to interrupt their summoning spell. Oh, my commander. The summon 5 ghoul spell takes like 10 seconds to cast. Well, if I literally can't see their ship, I can't do that. But I guess that's a good tip. Zone Border Police don't seem so bad right now, huh? Yeah, they're still bad. 1 power... Beam, kinetic lance, 1 power, 1 shot, 2 charges per jump, multiple reaches, 1 power, 1 shot. None of these look better than my warp lance, except maybe the beam. Even if you can't see in their ship, it shows you where casters are casting. If it's taking more than a couple seconds, you probably want to interrupt it. Okay, see, that's a mechanic I didn't realize. I didn't realize that I was seeing casters cast even when I couldn't see in their ship. I didn't realize that. Zone Border Police should beam 4 of your crew to their brig if it was realistic. Okay. Weapons deal +10 crew damage to enemies while your sensors are active. HP to machine priest units. Death cult units. First time your ship fires a weapon, it always hits. Friendly crew, fire a missile at the enemy ship upon activating a consumable. Not really using consumables. Pro tip, the pilot often has the most badass spells on the ship. Okay, that's good to know. Alright, so if I do this and make sure I fire my laser first. Your ship fires a weapon. Okay, since you are very knowledgeable, Buttfaff, what a name. Does this mean only the first weapon that's in your weapon system? Does this include missiles in your missile array? Does this include abilities like my projectile? The description of this game, I feel like, are not leave something to be desired. What is this referring to? Because the fact that this says weapon when these are considered armaments, and weapons are the things that your crew equip, means I feel like they changed the name at some point and didn't update this. Spells always hit, so it's not spells. Okay. Does this refer to missiles then? Or is it only an armament? Actually, missiles are considered armaments too, aren't they? I don't know. I don't know if this refers to missiles. I want to know if I fire a missile, am I using up my guaranteed hit first volley? You think so. So you think it affects missiles. Okay. Honestly, I should probably keep Warp Lance. Because it probably works really well with lances to make sure they don't dodge my first lance shot. That's probably what I should do. Hit their shields with this. Did it make sense for missiles to count? Yeah, well, my gripe is that it's not clear. Because I don't know what a weapon is referring to. I don't know if that's a... I guess this is a weapons bay, and these are missile bays. So technically, if it only applies to weapons as it describes, it shouldn't count missiles. But the description of this game, I feel like, are sometimes missing some key information. It's hard to test it since it's about evasion. I know, right? What do I want to upgrade? I think I want to upgrade my bombard and engines. So power, bombard, power. Just turn on my bombard every time and and save my rest of my saber missile shots for the boss fight, maybe. I haven't loaded my siege bombard yet. Do I want to, or do I want to save them? Okay. So only use 2 missiles instead of 3 without spinning up a siege bombard. What does the shield charge upgrade do? Oh, it makes it last for longer. That seems way stronger than just upgrading shields. Okay. I think I should definitely upgrade the shield charger thing. Agree to help. Shiv missile, storm cannon 2 and 3. I never know what to fire at when they have so much crazy offense. Okay, well, I'm going to turn on siege bombard this time. Be prepared to shield charger here. Good dodge. Good hits. Okay. Crew killer 2 there. Yeah, I think one of the other things I'm having a hard time with this game is there's so much more to keep track of. Like, but Faf, you said if you see an ability charging for a long time, you should interrupt it. The thing is, I'm not used to looking at enemy ships' rooms when I can't see in them. Wait, did this fight not end? The hell? I didn't read, and so now I don't know why we're still fighting. My life right now. Why are we still fighting these douchebags? Is there a second ship or some bullshiznle? Bullshniznle? Reinforcements, is that what they said? God damn, I hate missiles. Trying to conserve and not use more missiles here. His offense is more storm cannons. Please be the end, please. Don't get more reinforcements and give me some... This is shit reward if this is all I get for a double fight, by the way. Okay, thank God it was a double reward with extra stuff. Okay. I was gonna say, if you're gonna make me fight 2 fights and that's my entire reward, I would have been pissed, man. Love how creative these guys get with systems. Wish you could mod in a shield charger system rather than having to make it an augment or the Black Magic RPG gets done with the computer. Okay. What did I just get? Bunch of armor I can't wear, is that right? Yeah, thanks for the useless stuff, I guess. Maybe we'll get to sell it in the final sector. Okay. Now what do we got? No stores in the final sector. I feel like I've always seen a store in the final sector. I also feel like I needed to learn what these different symbols mean. I think these mean different factions. So, is that blood? I see liquid flowing down, so maybe this is the blood boss or something like that. Definitely need to get the free heal, that's for sure. Or repair, I should say. It's weird that one of their weapons always shows offline at the beginning of a fight. Even when they don't have this repair thing going on, it's confusing to me why that's always happening. Okay, fire out. Forward here. Dodges. Man, I'm really trying to conserve missiles, man. 18 munitions. I'm gonna want to have a lot of those prepared for boss fight. He's got 4 shields. He's hit. What if I board on the pilot? Does that take away some of their dodge? It does. The problem is if I fire while he's in there, then if my guy dies, then I can lose the run because of stupid commander dying mechanic ending the run. Alright, well, he's got 4 shields again. Let's just try to finish him with a missile, please. Dodge. I swear these enemies have 20% dodge and it's way higher than the percentage seems. But it's probably also confirmation bias. 20% of the time it works every time, yeah. Okay. So what do I want to upgrade? I want the shield charger upgrade and probably siege bombard, because this is probably what's going to keep shields down on my enemies. So prepared to move that power around, I guess. I can take power out of this once we fire it twice. Let's get the free repairs. I had a tool to repair some free damage, and it got insta-gibbed by a single guy's ghoul summoning ability that I apparently should have noticed and interrupted, but I'm not experienced enough to do that. Ooh, we have extra reward down here. Alright, I'm gonna not fire my warp lance until right as I'm about to fire my storm weapons, so I can hit shields. Guaranteed before my volley fires or something like that. is. Ooh, 88 bonus scrap is nice. How many more fights? I'm gonna need to deploy the Siege Bombard. I'm guessing at least twice during the boss, because he'll probably take it offline, but let's turn it on and I won't use any of these missiles, I guess. Good. Siege Bombard to finish him. Okay, wow, there was more scrap in the loot box than there was from killing the ship. Okay. Alright, 2 more jumps, then we got boss fight. Okay. So I've maxed out my Siege Bombard. Maxed out Shield Charger for the first time ever. Let's get Piloting upgrade. I wonder if the Blood guy's bored. Let's get Doors. Love the Siege Bombard. Reminds you of your favorite FTL system, artillery. Yeah, totally. Siege Bombard is what FTL's artillery should have been. There you go. I've said so many negative things about the game today. There's a positive. Siege Bombard. Better than FTL thing. Let's go ahead and grab this, hopefully, quickly enough that it'll come back. Beautiful. Nice. And I gotta say, I'm a big fan of loot boxes. Like, not usually in video games, but in this game, I'm enjoying loot boxes in this game. Since, you know, I don't have to pay real life money to get the loot boxes. On. Should have done that earlier. We're gonna get these breaches, aren't we? Yeah. Ooh, they're not closing the breach, so we should actually get our own crew over there, which is great. Love to not take a demon thing to the face, but if I fire a missile, it'll probably be too late to stop it. Yeah. I wish the shield overcharger would block, like, psyker projectiles. That'd be crazy. Any of you immune to suffocation? All of you are, actually. Okay, get out of the poison. Okay, thank God. The maelstrom subsided right as we finished the fight. Alright, no way to heal my crew. I don't love how rare it is to get a heal bay. Like, there are so many systems in the game, and I don't... Have I ever seen a store that has 2 levels of systems? I've seen 2 levels of crew, 2 levels of modules, maybe even 2 levels of weapons and missile loadout things. I don't think I've ever seen 2 levels of systems. So I feel like they need to do what some of our modders have done and what Multiverse has done, where you have certain stores that will have more systems available. Or have 2 pages of systems, one for subsystems, although there's only one subsystem. I know, it feels like it's too rare to be able to find heal system. To me. Unironically, Siege Bombard is like exactly the power fantasy FTL artillery tried to be. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true. Maybe, though. But I mean, the first artillery was a beam, which is completely different from the Siege Bombard. So I feel like I just disagree with the statement. It doesn't seem like it's trying to be the same thing at all to me. Just gonna ion a system, right? Yeah, okay, that's fine. Seriously, you're summoning blood thralls as you die, and you just get to do hull damage when you do that? Stop it, you piece of crap. There, I interrupted for once. Yay, go me. Turn on my O2 to come back up quicker. So what we got from this jump was a machine cannon and armor. 2 things can I use? Do I have any weapon slots? I have 1 weapon slot. Madman, you get a machine cannon. Sounds perfect for you. And no armor unless I want to... I feel like the suffocation resistance is more useful than 20 HP. Yeah, this is better. And suffocation immunity. Do I have any tools? I don't. Okay, final upgrade going in the boss fight. 76 scrap. Doors, because if I get boarded, I'm gonna want to... Oh man, that's... Blood boss, blood guys. I think they're gonna like use their blood abilities on me, aren't they? I guess I can get 1 more dodge. I guess I'll just go with that and hope I can kill them very quickly. Move this guy to the 3rd slot. So I have my weapons in order of importance. Suffocation immunity is Grima's exclusive trait. Alright. Alright, here we go. See if we can do this with all of my guys almost already dead. We can spam our missiles. I don't know that we can, because turning on our bombard is 13. It's just 3. It leaves us with 13. And they get like a free repair in the middle of the fight. So I don't know if we really can spam. He just gets an instant shot, apparently. What did he fire? 3-shot ionized system, 5-shot with a breach chance. Nice, we actually just blocked that. That's pretty cool. Not ideal that the guy doing this is the guy in weapons, to be honest, though. Should have loaded that already. My bad. Oh my god, he mind controlled my commander. Okay, I take it back. Mind control should not work on your commander. That's stupidly overpowered. Mind control just shouldn't work on the commander. I don't think that's balanced at all. Where are their shields? They're here. Because Commander dying ending the run is too punishing for you to not be able to control your lose condition. If I vent this, will I get this guy to run out of here? Yes. Okay, their shields are down. Bring our guy back. Okay. Repower this. Put that there. Yeah, Commander's free finally. I really wish it wouldn't beep beep when it summoned units. Okay, you can't summon. What is this ability? What is this system? Blood Thrall. I don't know if I need to break that or not, to be honest. Okay, his weapons, those weapons are down. Dude, 2 kills there potentially if they're all sitting in there. Nice. Killed one of his blood cultist commanders. He had 2 commanders? Jesus. Okay, I never did use this ability. I guess let's kill the blood thing. What just happened? Okay. It fully repaired its entire ship because, you know, that's fair and balanced. And he just boarded me with 1,000 dudes. Are they immune to suffocation? Yes, they are. 15 health, 15 health. Oh god, don't just insta-die. Jesus Christ. Alright, well I guess I just don't fight these fucking things. Our siege bombard is chipping away at them though, I guess. Wish I had a way to heal my damn crew. Okay, shields are staying down. That's good. They can't move. Do the ones in empty rooms matter? I thought they summoned other tendrils, but I guess not. I must be thinking of another ability or something. Okay, good. Leaving that breach. All right, GG, there it is. We unlocked the Caziol or Rad Caziol. I don't know what that says because those letters are weird. It's either Cad or Rad Caziol. The enemy ship has been vanquished. GG. We did it after the stupid commander death on the last one that I was maybe stoppable, but I would argue only if you have a bunch more hours than I have in this game to recognize what was happening. Holy crap, what a difficult run. Okay, GG. We got the win. Our score was not very high. I'm used to like 4K scores, and that score seems kind of low. So, alright, alright. Whew. Yeah, I'm used to like 4K plus scores. That must be a really low score or something. Alright, my friends, we have time to at least start one more run. I don't know if I'll finish it because I want to make sure I end in plenty of time to get stuff done before going to my training. So, y'all enjoy chair ad time. Have a cookie. That was pretty salty. 2 runs in a row. But maybe the next ship will feel stronger. But I'll be back in just a bit, my friends. Y'all rock.